So, let's finally finish Doom Eternal. I'm a little bit hungover. Not in the sense where like I feel sick or anything, but definitely in the sense where I have a struggling social battery and will not be able to deal with conflict very well. But let's figure it out together. Boring. So.
This is the only way into the most ancient part of hell. The Dark Lord will be there waiting for you.
Right at the start of the level, turn left and drop down from the raised balcony to find this codex at street level. Down the street after the first cursed prowler encounter, there's a one-up at the end of the road. Hero, thanks for the follow. Welcome back. Oh wow. I really regret not doing this on a harder difficulty. The first time I played this game, it was like a huge baptism by fire for me. Hey Intel, how you doing? So I remember that I was so overwhelmed that I put it on Too Young to Die and just like sobbed my way through it, but you know, I'm a bit older and a bit wiser now, and yeah, I think I probably would have enjoyed this if it was a little bit more difficult. So there should be a 1-up at the end of the road. And we need those because we're playing on extra lives mode, and we need to finish it with 5 or more extra lives left. At the moment we have 8, so you know, that's fine. I got tilted a couple times. What bits are really bad on ultra violence mode? Because I remember in the first game, the cyber demon was a big no. When you reach an area where the intern tells you to reactivate power in the city, you'll find a map to your right. It's right after dealing with the stone imps. Okay.
Caution. Doomslayer sighting confirmed. Please save and exit your workspaces.
I can't remember what's particularly good against the imps, but I think it's something to do with the shotgun. I think the combo shotgun is really good against them. Oh, oops. That was awkward. That looked really good at first, and then I realised that I wasn't going to hit the bit. The close encounter, the pink encounter with the close quarter shield and chain demon. Shield and chain demon. Oh yeah, the gladiator thing, right? I can't remember what that oh god, there's a cursed prowl in it, by. I can't remember what that guy's called, but yeah, he's got a really good theme, to be fair to him, but I know what you mean. He's bad on easy. So, towards the end of this stream, we're going to be doing, hey Birch, how you doing? We're going to be doing a Famine Mode playthrough of 1 chapter, and I usually pick his, because it's just his boss fight, but it's still really hard. Oh dear. And also, I think my experience of this DLC is tainted by how bad it was on release, because it was an absolute arduous mess on release. It was hilariously difficult. I remember Extra Lives mode was just a struggle. Oh, the Marauders! Oh yeah, the one where you have to, there were like 6 little guys spawn, and the Marauder and you. I think I know which one you mean, yeah. I'm good, thanks, Perch. I had a Shekel and Scobie over yesterday, and we all made like homemade cocktails and stuff, but they did, what did they do? They did Long Island iced tea while I had pina coladas, so they both got smashed. Whereas I had a lovely night of drinking, then we played some Elden Ring. We found a face under Stormvale Castle. Like a disgusting face. It was awful. It was foul. I was obsessed with it for the rest of the night. No worries, Intel. It's not you I'm aiming for. There we go. Yes, I hate him. These guys are cool, but they're basically like boss fights, which is completely fine, but they do scare me. You know, absolutely no complaints about them being the fight, but they do make me panic. Is this everybody? Everybody done? Also, I made grilled cheese for breakfast, but I couldn't be bothered to wait for the bread to grill, so I just had like damp, buttery bread. It was really good. Okay, when we reactivate power in the city. Why am I on fire? Oh, there's fire. Okay. Good morning, God Gilf. It's going very well, thank you. How are you doing? I am very close to finishing Doom Eternal, and I really want something done on the list, so I thought I'd give it a go. But I also had drinks yesterday, so I know that as the day goes on, I'm going to become less and less able to sit and just talk for like hours at a time, so I thought I'd get it done now. I was meant to go to a party, but I got banned. What do you mean you got banned? Saying those slurs again. Okay, so this should be where the intern tells us to reactivate the power. It's been waiting long. Was the last time you drank the Shrek night?
You'll need to find a way to activate the power in this part of the city.
Okay, there's the map. Found in the arena with the Escalation Encounters. Ah, yeah. So the Escalation Encounters was something they added in this DLC. They're optional encounters that you can use to increase the level of your Daedalus Hammer. I don't use the Daedalus Hammer because, you know, just lump more mechanics on me. You know, why don't you? But we need all of the upgrades for the hammer, for the trophy. So we got to do them. Dave, how you doing, Dave? Having an amazing weekend, I hope. Ah, down here, I guess? Yeah.
Power restored. You should be able to continue towards the gate now.
The face you mean in Stormvale, I'm pretty sure every person who went down there. I refuse to go near it. It made me panic very bad. I didn't like scream, but I mean, I saw another hand and screamed again, but so basically so Shaq and Scobie came around, so I was like, why don't you show me stuff that I've missed that you haven't been able to direct me to on stream, you know, because like too many chefs spoil the pot and stuff. I know you don't want to be like just telling me to do things all the time. Why don't you show me something that I missed? And they were like, yeah, sure. They showed me tons of stuff, but the worst thing was down in Stormvale Castle. That horrifying face deep in like the trenches. Because we went to speak to Rogier and I found him in the round table again. And he had like a blanket over him and he was not looking too good, and then I think he died like in front of me, which was cringe, but okay. And he and we went and found his blood stain on the floor of the trenches of Stormvale, and I remember, like, because I played on the PS4 version, I don't know if the fog was PS4 only, but there was like this foggy trench and I was like creeping through it, it was silent, I was really scared. And then I just saw this like horrible, I saw like, at first I saw the nostrils of a huge skull. And I was like, is that a face? Oh my god, is that a face? And they were obviously like giggling like schoolgirls, but I was terrified. I was like, is that a face? In Stormvale Castle, a face? They were like, yep. And I went over to it and it was disgusting, like the eyes on it, and you hit it and it bleeds, and then you see the blood stain and what's his name gets blighted by it, but I couldn't figure out how to make it blight me, so I couldn't do it. And then they were like, do you want to see another one? And I was like, there's another one? And they took me to like Deep Root Barrow or something, Dark Root Barrow, whatever it's called. And there's one there and it does have eyes and it's like eating the roots of the Erd tree and it's disgusting. It is disgusting. Apparently there's a bunch of lore about it. I have an idea about who it is. I made Shek tell me. I held him at gunpoint. I was like, tell me more about this face. So he tried to explain it to me. Oh, gone the wrong way. So he explained a little bit of it to me, but I hope that people uncover more about that face. And the ladder that takes about 2 minutes to get back up. The ladder that takes about 2 minutes to get back up was the scariest part of that. Finished Sonic Team Racing. Nice. What's next? There's my auntie, since she doesn't approve of my lifestyle and ridicules me every time I see her, so I made a slight joke and I wasn't welcome anymore. Everybody's auntie ridicules their lifestyle. My aunt is like super traditional. She's really lovely. She loves me to bits, but she's very much like, ladies do this and men do this, and that's not what you're doing. But my uncle, her husband, is really, really supportive. Like when he found out that I was doing like computer science, he was so proud. Jelly shots. I think I've only ever had jelly shots once, and I regret that. Like, I wish that I'd done that more. Like, I don't even like jelly, but I like jelly shots, you know? But no, if you guys have got a copy of Elden Ring and you haven't seen it yet, I very much recommend that you try and get into the bowels of the castle. There's basically, there's like a lift and you come out of it and you turn right and you look behind you. And there's like a balcony with a corpse sat on the edge of it, like looking forward, and the corpse usually has an item on it. But if you walk past him and look down, there's a balcony that goes downwards. I recommend going to see what's down there. It's very cool. And disgusting and very scary. Very, very tense, actually. Yeah, where is like the actual enemies? I remember this happening before as well. I think it takes a while for the next enemies to spawn here. Yeah, it's very cool, Butch. And it's very much optional lore. I think it's for I think it's referenced in a storyline that happens kind of around it, but it itself doesn't have a storyline and it's not really explained. You can kind of put the pieces together from what I can understand, but you know, even so. Oh, no chances. A nice ultra rare, god. I need to do Sonic Mania. Like, Sonic Mania doesn't have a plat, but it's because it doesn't have a plat, it's got like 7 ultra rare trophies, and it's like a 7-hour plat as well. Like, that's sound, you know. That's I do like an ultra rare. Yes. What? You can't do that. Who's doing this? Yeah, Sonic games are always ultra rares for some reason. I guess they're just kind of like nostalgic games for a lot of people, so even if they are trophy hunters and if they do upload to PSMP, they're not necessarily playing it for the trophies, but maybe it's also because people don't really like them. I can't decide. Could literally be either. I need this Marauder to hurry up. It's taking ages. Ah, there we go. He's done. Oh no, Crash Team Racing is such a good game. Dave, I can't even, that was an Escalation Encounter. Oh. I can't even describe to you how good a game that is. It is beyond quality. It's honestly just, it's one of the most incredible games I've ever played. And there's nothing like it. As you, like, because obviously you play it on easy first. I highly recommend you play it on easy first. You do like all the 100% trophies, all the completion trophies. And then you move up to hard mode. And hard mode is really, really, really hard. Hey Sticky, I'm good thanks, how you doing? What are you playing at the moment? Hard mode is foul. And it takes you a long time to get through hard mode. And then you do the time trials. And the time trials are very hard, but in a different way. Drop through the hole after completing Escalation Encounter, okay. And it's just brilliant. Like, it really challenges you in a really good way. Like, I can't describe it, but I know that if I had to recommend a game to anybody and I didn't know anything about them, it would probably be one of the ones that I would recommend. Oh, thank you, Sticky. It's actually a pajama shirt. I had some friends over yesterday and we made cocktails and I don't know, talked about boys, I guess, for the better part of the evening. And I'm not hungover like in a sick way, but I'm definitely hungover in like my eyes feel a bit prickly and maybe I'll need a nap in a bit way. So yeah, I decided to stream in my gym jams. Oh yeah, Crash Team Racing is like the best challenge. I do really want to do Sonic Team Racing. I believe I own it. Have you seen that new game for Plus, Dave, called like Hood something and Outlaws? Apparently it's really bad. Apparently on release it had like 20 players. And in the room down the hallway, the codex is on the left. Okay. Alkina, 17% plat, but I'm guessing a few people did the master. Oh no, there's not glitches there. That's a shame. I really like a nice difficulty trophy, but as soon as I know there's a glitch, I know that I'm wasting my own time by doing it properly. Did I get it? I must have gotten it. Okay. Leaving the flooded train station. Okay. Well, the trophies are mostly... Yeah, I think it is basically just an entirely online game. I think it's just one of those titles that wasn't really built on the back of any good online titles, so they made a game assuming that loads of people would play it, but without any like proper marketing or a track record of quality, and then nobody played it. I feel like you definitely can't just like leap in to completely online games. I know that some people really like making them, but it just seems like you need to prove yourself before you can just start making things that rely on lots of players when you don't necessarily know if you'll have them. If you have the disc version, the glitch is unavailable and there's no way of doing it. Oh, that's unusual, because normally it's like the unpatched version on disc that is the one that people can like glitch. I used Ice Bomb by accident. How does the glitch work then? I went to walk my dogs and I saw a man peeing in the bushes with his pants on the floor. He took his pants all the way down? That's wild. You can't do that. Okay, so the codex is on the back left of a room where monsters are fighting. That's foul. He can't be doing that. I would be traumatized too. But besides that, I'm good and I hope you are as well. I've been working on some new videos. I've been applying for keys to stream games, but my application's getting ignored. But Clammy has shown me a website where smaller games automatically get approved, and smaller games for smaller channels automatically get approved. Because I think at the moment I'm on these websites, and my channel isn't small, but it's not huge. So I don't think people even look at my applications. I don't even know if there's like an auto reject thing that they have, but I've had absolutely zero luck. I've not even had rejections. I've just been ignored. But there's one that Clammy sent me, and it is like specifically for small streamers. So basically, if you're a small streamer and you use it, you get automatically approved for little games. You don't automatically get approved for bigger games, but smaller games, you just get the key immediately, which is useful. Hi Strong, how you doing? I'm not seeing the Untitled speedrun glitch. Tormenting Sims on Sims 4? Is it the classic swimming pool without the the ladder, or is it something else? The disc came out later. Oh, I see. That's an unusual situation. I forgot that can happen. I guess it's because it's kind of an indie game. Oh, nice. How's coding going? Yes, for me, I would do room with carpets all over the floor, and either an oven. But then I found out that if you light fireworks in a room with carpets on the floor, all the carpets would go on fire immediately. Yes, that's why you don't like fireworks indoors. So there should be some BFG ammo here, which means that I can use my BFG. Critical damage. Critical damage. The blister is especially effective against flying enemies, which is why I never use it against them. Yeah, it looks like Resident Evil 8 won the poll for what to play next as well. It's weird, like, Twitch used to have a bunch of poll extensions, but I don't know if Twitch doesn't support them anymore or something, but you can't do them anymore. You can do overlays, but those are more for, like, in-the-moment voting, like, what hero should I play next, or what game should we do now. I liked the old poll that we had, where I could just leave it up for a few weeks and then check it. The further, the harder to learn. Yeah, absolutely. I also found with coding that the further you went, the harder it was to practice, because after a while you'd need environments set up and stuff, and I was like, I just want to make an app, and then like I don't now want to learn how to make an environment or just UX design, you know. Found in a secret on the walkway where the revenants spawn. You'll reach another jumping puzzle ahead. Okay. But yeah, Shek and Scobie helped me make a build for Elden Ring. I've got some cool armor and stuff. I got a cool weapon. So I actually look like I play the game now. I just want to learn how to create games. Yeah, most people do. Making games is fucking hard though. Like games are just like tripping and falling 1,000 times on the same piece of code until it works. I don't know where I'm going. Where do you want me to go? Oops. Over there, maybe? Yeah. Yes, okay. All the bitches. I don't know why I was stuck on there, but it hurt, whatever it was. They're supposed to be super weak to this. They're kind of weak to it. Also, I have one of the trophies for this glitch in a good way. So one of the trophies is get every single collectible in a single save slot. So when it says a single save slot, I do think it means like one of the 3 that you can have per game. But I was doing it yesterday, cleaning up, and I got it after like chapter 4. And I definitely hadn't collected, and I definitely hadn't done all of the challenges either. Like it was very much like a random thing. Nice, nice, nice. Oh. I keep holding L2 to like aim, and obviously it's not aim. Where is the walkway where the revenants spawn? Seems miles away. What the fuck? Maybe up there? Oh, this could be it. But I don't need this. I'm gonna watch some vids. Well, enjoy them. Before entering the giant wall, you'll have to jump into a red-lit building populated by invisible whiplashes. Clear the room, break the cracked wall down the left corridor. Alright, that seems like once I'm there, I'll know. There's a few times I read guides and I'm like, that could be anything. But with that, I feel like I will be very confident that I know what's going on. Like, check the Dwemer Ruin near Riften for this collectible. Mm-hmm. My favourite thing to do on Doom is to play on the easiest mode, but try and play as though I'm playing the hardest mode. Like, it means that I never have to fail, but I can feel cool and pretend that I would thrive, you know? Yeah, sometimes I say thank you to my Google Assistant when it answers questions for me, but then it just Googles the word thank you, and I'm like, that's not what I was trying to do, but okay. Like, suit yourself, Google, to be fair, but, you know, I was trying to be nice. Yeah, I think we go this way. Since I kind of discovered that that was my favourite way of dealing with mancubuses, I don't think they've been an issue. Like, it's almost a shame to know that you can do that to them. I'll let me just tell Automod to back down, you know. The god dog of the stream. Yeah, I call my sat-nav a bitch as well. She could be really, like, insistent. My sat-nav will sometimes say the same command, like, 3 times over within the space of a few seconds, and it's like, you've not even given me a chance. Like, you've not even given me a chance, so... Oh, not you. Well, it's happened now, so. Screecher buff active. I don't think so. I think I'm okay, yeah. Yeah, I like to drive with the sat-nav even when I know exactly where I'm going. Like, I have made like 1,000 trips to and from the rail station near my house. I always use the sat-nav. I'm like, you know what? I think it's just better to be sure. Like, what if there's a road closure? I personally cannot do road closures. My measly brain cannot handle it. In the main UAC building, you'll pass by an extra life locked in a security booth. Clear the encounter Archvilles and Doom Hunters, then backtrack. Okay. Well. I should have ballisted it. If it was going to take 3... Oh dear. If it was going to take 3 tries just to kill it, I should have ballisted it.
This is an automated alert. The gate of the room is offline. Please reschedule further
Oh, oops.
until power has been
I definitely didn't mean to do that. Okay, yeah, so we'll have to come back here in a bit and get that extra life. I remember that the final boss for this DLC, like, this DLC is really short, which is lucky because obviously it's got the extra lives mode that we're doing right now. But, from what I remember, the final boss is actually fairly tricky. He's basically like a huge marauder, but with ads and tons more HP. And I think he can gain health back if he hits you as well. I'm pretty sure he's got life drain, so, you know, it's better I think, to not let him do any of that. He really wants to stop making Elden Ring 2. I would be skeptical of news like that around April the 1st, but go on, what have you heard? Because they haven't even done DLC for it. There's a few places that I've seen so far that you can't get into, and don't have stuff inside. That people kind of think is going to be a DLC area. But to be fair, people thought that about that big empty room in the Profane Capital. So they want to start ideas on it. Interesting. Do you think it's the kind of game that you could make a sequel for? Because I like it when they do standalone games. You know, like Sekiro, Bloodborne, Dark Souls 2 was kind of standalone. Demon's Souls. I feel like the same formula, but like a new scenery for me is stuff that I like. I think my favourite part of playing a game is like seeing everything for the first time. So if I play things like Dark Souls and Dark Souls 3, I'm like, I've seen this. I've seen this. I would have loved the Ring City to be its own game though. Yeah, it could be, but I don't know. It's nice to dream. I'd love to see what they potentially do with DLC. Yeah, it seems a bit early for them to say stuff like that, but God knows, they might be drunk on power and alcohol. These spirits are the worst. If you let them infect other things, they'll be a nightmare. Elden Ring Super Smash, yeah, they're like, right, get me on the phone with, oh no. Where's the Archville? I didn't notice. Here he is. Oops. Like, get me on the phone with whoever I need to make Elden Ring Harvest Moon. Oh no. We need our extra lives. Hey Betty, I am winning, thank you. How you doing? On this Prime Sunday. Okay, sweet. I keep falling off the side though, which is awkward. If I can play it off like it's intentional, then maybe the demons won't notice that I'm a chump. Oh! I slept early last night and woke up an hour ago. How many hours of sleep you had, Betty? Sometimes after like particularly hard weeks, I'll have like 12 hours of sleep. And at my ancient age, that is an unusual feat. I'm good, thank you, Betty. I had some friends over yesterday, so I had a couple drinks. So I thought I'll stream early today in case I get like sleepy hangover tired later. I still feel sleepy. Maybe you overslept. I love oversleeping because there's no way to fix it. I've seen the coolest Easter egg on Hotel Chocolate. It's an EE sandwich. Even in the triangle box you get a normal sarnie in. Oh, you mean E? Is it a cheese sandwich? Was EE the intended word? But I love the idea of a chocolate sandwich. Some enemies on this game have like the wildest death animations. Come on, fella. All the dolls. Oh yeah, I found all the dolls in the main game. If there are any more for this DLC, then I will find them as we go. But in the main game, yeah. The only thing we have to do left for the main game plat now, because this is the second DLC, the only thing we have to do left for the main game plat now is one chapter on Famine Mode, which is basically a mode where you can only get HP and armor from enemies that you kill in a specific way. I think maybe you can't find any around arenas, something like that. I'm not sure. With a big egg on either side of it. That's wild. Oh yeah, let's go and get the. Let's go and get the extra life. I think it's this way. Yeah, I got one of the dolls too. I got Pink Guy. Which one did your brother get? Peepaw! Hey, how you doing? Feels weird saying Peepaw, but how's life, Peepaw? The last collectible was found after riding the lift to the giant dome chamber. Oh, very nice. Yeah, mine is a pink one. I haven't put any batteries in it yet, so it doesn't do the noise, but I can always make the noise myself. Oh, cousin! Long time no speak. How you been? Having a rebrand, I see. Look right. Nice. Do we have? Oh, yeah, we've done everything except the second combat encounter, but we don't need the second combat encounter.
Please reinsert authorization command for reactivation.
Okay, so what's after this one? I guess we'll have a look at the title. I can't read. Oh, what's this? Complete Reclaimed Earth. Oh, that makes sense. Then we got one more chapter on this, then I can do Famine Mode, and then I think we'll be good. I thought I was already following you. Well, I think sometimes people unfollow by accident. I've definitely, and also, I don't think it's very clear when you are followed to somebody, because the follow button is still a with grey hearts. So I'm like, if I click it, does it go green? And that means that I've followed them. And then I click it and I unfollow. And I'm like, oh, and then I refollow. It's all confusing. So what is the name of this place? I don't know. I didn't check. Oh, the steps, I think. Oh no, we're in Imora? Yeah, we're in Imora. Near the start of the level, you find this page on the winding path. Almost impossible to miss. Yeah, I feel like I unfollow people by accident a lot. And sometimes I have people who've, like Opchan, who has been following my stream for a really long time, followed me the other day, and I messaged him like, "Oh, welcome back, Opchan. Like, it's good to see you." And he was like, "Oh, I didn't go anywhere. I just accidentally clicked on follow." I was like, "Oh, thank God." My self-esteem was in tatters. So it should be impossible to ice over there. Yeah, it seems weirdly easy to unfollow somebody. I'm like, go on, make somebody fill out a 15-page form. Go on. Make them state reason why. In the area where the tentacles appear, look to the left for an upper passage guarded by more tentacles. Okay. Ah! God. It's like Shek's recommended reading in here. Okay. Found past the tentacle traps, we have an escalation encounter. Ooh, sure thing. Sevi! I can hear him. Hello, you took your time. From Uncle Birch. She's so cheeky. Alright, let's pick up some ammo and then do that. BFG thing. It's nice to know now, because like the first time I played Doom Eternal's DLCs, and the main game actually, I would be really intimidated by using the BFG, because like you never know when you'll need it, and you know, what if this situation, I don't need it, but what if I do need it in a bit, and then I just never ever used it. It's almost better to play it through a second time, because you're like, oh yeah, this is going to be like my biggest fight for a while. I can afford this one. How big Sephi is. Yeah, it's weird. I think also, because obviously Blue used to steal all her food. I think there's a lot to say for that there, because size-wise, Sephi's not really changed, but fluff-wise she has, because she's a lot happier now. She's getting her calories. She's got enough calories to grow fur. She's much happier. I do miss Blue sometimes, but at the same time, she is not the kind of cat that one person can look after by themselves. Like, she was just constantly getting into trouble. She would steal Sephi's food if I didn't sit and watch them eat together. She would steal food out the bin. She would like demand attention, and if she didn't get it, she'd start like ripping up sofa cushions and stuff. Like, she was a little brat. I loved her very much, and she was very cuddly and very affectionate, but she was very spoiled. She made Sephi very miserable. critical damage. Oh, I didn't mean to go for that one, but I'll take it. Yeah, she is beautiful. She's very squishy. She's very lovely. Like, the older she gets, the more kind of docile she gets, so you can pick her up like a loaf of bread and she won't really say anything. She's got strange little quirks as well. Like, she really likes to sit inside the kitchen cupboard. And, like, if you're cooking in the kitchen, she'll come in and meow until you let her into the kitchen cupboard, and then she'll just kind of sit there and watch you cook from there. It's not even, like, a high-up one either, it's on the floor. Very nice. I can't believe we had enough ammo to do that. This game is not kind with its ammo allocation. Where is he? Oh, he's up there. Okay. Let's use this. Yeah, she is. Like, I don't really know how to measure happiness in cats, but I'm like, she's probably pretty good, right? Okay, I think, yes, there we go. I think that's acquire all Sentinel hammer upgrades. Perfect. Found in the passage right after clearing an Escalation Encounter, we should find a map. There it is. I always wondered what these were. It took me ages to find out that they just give you map. After leaving the Escalation Encounter arena, you'll get a good view of the massive battle in the far distance. Jump onto the raised rocky platform and look left. There's an optional ledge you can jump to. I love that, like... Oh, sweet! That is so cool. I love that, Doom Guy's buddies are all like mechs. I'm trying to watch. Ah, cats just love pebbles. I was pretty lucky with Blue, because also Blue went to a very big family. Of like 6 or 7 people in one lovely big converted farmhouse in Kent. So she has a lot of people to give her a lot of attention. Back when I had her by myself, I remember I was very often at my wit's end. Hidden in the cabin area, there's a... Yeah, exactly, lots of attention for her. She's very happy. I get lots of pictures. Because also, she used to bully Sephi. I remember she wouldn't let Sephi eat her food and stuff, and I was like... But the thing is, I said to the person who took Blue, I was like, I can't pick one of these two, so let me know which one you'd like, and I will keep the other one. And they picked Blue, and a part of me was like, oh thank God. Hidden in the cabin area, there's a cave you can double jump to. Not this one, right. This one. No, from where? Oh, over there, maybe? I'm just gonna go there. I don't care about you guys. There we go. After being launched into the walls of Imora, I think that is something that we will definitely be able to tell what is happening. It's wild that, like, I can't remember the guy who kind of pioneered the Doom music that 2016 was so famous for, but it's mental that, like, I guess he invented it and then other people put their spin on it because he didn't do the music for the DLC. I think he kept missing deadlines, so they just took it into their own hands, but It is like, it's a bit different because obviously like somebody else has done it, it's not his vision, but it's still really good. Like I'm glad that they leaned into it. Alright, so after we are launched into the walls of Imora, we will find a codex on the left. Oh, it's the combat shotgun brigade. It is cool that different guns work better against different enemies, but the tiny amount of ammo you can carry annoys me in that way, because it's like, oh yeah, I'm about to go up against 4 stone imps and an arachnotron, so they've had to give me tons of shotgun shells to make it doable, because you can carry so little that you definitely won't have enough by the time you get here. Like, it's a cool idea, but the tiny amount of ammo you can carry means that there's often, like, arbitrary blockers from doing it. I don't know, I've got mixed feelings about it, because I can see why giving you lots of ammo nearby is a good thing, because it guides you to make the right decisions, but I'm in DLC 2, so you kind of expect me to know what to do. Is that it? Okay. Alright, let's go and get launched into the walls of Imora. Wow. That's better. I've not yet been hit by a cursed prowler as well, which is good, because I fucking hate them. I need to get up to there. Oh, there. Ah. Don't know who would get through that without taking damage. Well, I mean, unless they accidentally did it without taking damage. Wonderful. The spirit is awful in this as well. I think they take like one enemy and make them very fast and very strong and very aggressive. Oh, that's cool. And also you can't break parts off them when they're a spirit, I think. So like for example, if there's a possessed arachnotron, you can't do anything about it. You can't take its, like, cannon off. Oh, look at that. Do the demons help because they want to or because they have to? Like, they're all coming in through the portals. Nice. Okay, okay. Alright, I'll go. I'm sorry. Getting a bit excited there.
We had no idea Hell had their own technology. It must have been centralized here, like some kind of ruling elite.
Complete the encounter with the purple buff zombies and the marauders. After jumping down to the next ledge, look for this codex on the right. Okay, looks like it's very far away. I think it's there. That's miles away. I remember the first DLC, I felt like they needed to pad it, so they just added tons of encounters. This DLC goes a little less hard at that. Because I remember Doom 2016, one of the trophies bugged for me really bad, and it was the one where you have to get all the collectibles. So I had to play the entire game through again, and towards the end of it I got so bored with the amount of combat encounters. Like, this game is really fun, very, like, therapeutic, very cathartic to play, you know, it's like a nice, it's weirdly relaxing, you know, it's really chill, but I remember it just got too much, like, I was bored, you know. Okay, we're here. But this one, they don't seem to be afraid to give you a minute. Like before, in the previous DLC, I think they were scared that you would get bored if you didn't constantly just have stuff like flung at your face. But with this, I feel they're like, yeah, sometimes you'll just be walking a bit and that's okay. Oh dear. Oh dear. I keep doing it. I shouldn't even be surprised anymore. Oh dear. Hopefully they don't get health regen. That would be something real special. Yes, they don't. The dogs are worse than the marauders, by the way. Don't know if anybody's had to deal with those before, but I hate them. Yes. Oh, what? A Screecher literally just walked in front of me there. You know, he was diving on purpose. All right, so he's dead. So now we drop down here, and it's on the right. Down here, yes. I would call that the left, but I see what you mean. Locked behind a door before reaching the interior portal room. It's cute these guys drop ammo. I understand why. The wildest part of Doom is finding out that most of the combat encounters are optional. Like, there are a few that you have to do because portals will spawn after you've killed them. But there's like a stunning amount of unnecessary ones. Get me gone. I've gone the wrong way. Oh. So I guess I have to kill the things out here? Not sure. I suppose we'll see. After this, I believe Resident Evil 8 has been voted in. It seems to have 11 votes. I used to have a poll on the under the stream, Dave, but I don't know if Discord, I don't know if Twitch doesn't support them anymore, but it one day it just randomly got discontinued, and now there aren't really any poll ones at all. There was one, but it was in Comic Sans, and I was like, as a web designer, I cannot have a poll in Comic Sans below my stream. I simply refuse. So I started to try and set it up, but the font made me so miserable though, so it stopped. So now all of the what should we play next polls are going to be in the Discord instead. Which is a shame, because I used to like it when we'd get random people in and, you know, they wouldn't necessarily like follow the stream and stuff, but they'd give their 2 cents, and it usually meant that they'd vote for stuff that they knew they weren't going to come back and watch me play, so they'd vote for like really difficult games. But no, now it's just in the Discord. I guess I could do like an external link to a poll, and every like 20 minutes or so it pops up. It looks awfully hard. Yeah, I'm kind of down for that, but I also know what you mean. It does look awfully hard. But I'm excited for Resident Evil 8 now. Because there's a PS4 stack. PS5, PS4. I'll probably play the PS5 version on stream and then do the PS4 stack off stream. But if it's really good, I think once you've done the PLAT once, you can get it again in like 10 hours. Like, it just becomes one of those games that is very easy to do. So we could do it kind of on stream casually, and then I could do a can we get the platinum for Resident Evil 8 in a day marathon stream or something. That'd be fun, I think. The thing is, with the poll as well, there's a few games that have been on the poll since I basically started streaming. Like, I remember Plunder put Yakuza Kiwami on the poll, like on day 1, and it just never got voted in. I think it was on the poll for about 6 or 7 months. And also, it's not something that I want to play so much that I would do it at my own time either, so it just stays on the poll. I'm like, yeah, if it gets voted in, I'll play it, but, you know, I'm not that desperate. Oh, I know where to go. And we do need one, so I'll go get it. Hello? So that is where we need to go and get the BFG, but not sure how. Oh. Yeah, oh, thank God. I was like, yeah, of course the door unlocks from that side and we have to go and do it again. Hey Irish, how you doing? So I have a huge Excel spreadsheet with everything on the list and the hours it would take to do it. So when I make a poll, I used to do it by order of addition to the list, so like, from the top of the list down, I would just add the top 5. But now what I do is I add a mix of things that take a mixed amount of time, and I think people would want to watch. So I try and pick a variety of things that people would like, and have them take all different amounts of time as well. After using the green button to unlock the doors to the interior of the city, you'll reach a small portal room. The codex page is here. Where is it? There. Okay. That should be our last codex as well. Why are you aiming for him? Do not aim for him. guess maybe invisible enemies don't show up. I'm waiting for him to... There we go. Yeah, well, once Monster Hunter World is done, speaking of monsters, I will be doing Red Dead 2. Like, so there's a few that I want to do, so I'll just do them. Oops. That's alright, we got 7 extra lives to use in that final boss fight. But I only want to have, like, 1 monster plat going at a time. I think anything above 150 hours I would consider a monster plat. I didn't really want to use the BFG there, but I didn't want to die again. Wasting 2 lives on this is a shame. Ah, how is The Last of Us 2 going, Irish? And how are you finding Guardians of the Galaxy? Yeah, there we go. Critical literature. Let's collect all physical codex pages in a single save slot. Let me just refresh my list. I just couldn't get into The Last of Us 1. I tried like 4 to 5 times and I just couldn't play it. The Last of Us 1, I know what you mean. It's a bit dated. I think The Last of Us 2 has better gameplay, but I like the story a lot less. Whereas I think The Last of Us 1 has a slow start, but a better story. But yeah, I've been playing it recently myself, and I haven't gone back to it well. Like, I played it well at the time, but I've not gone back to it well. Okay, so what we have to do is kill the Dark Lord, complete Imora, so that's two trophies in 1, and finish the DLC with 5 extra lives in your inventory, so we should get the final 3 trophies of this DLC pop in one go. Have I gone the wrong way? Yes. Izzy! Hey, it's going well. How are you doing? We're almost finished Doom Eternal's 100%. We've just got to finish this chapter of the game. Finish this chapter of the game, beat the final boss, and then do a chapter on the Famine Mode, which is... I can't remember, I've done it before, but it was something to do with making healing a lot harder. But what we'll do is we'll pick a really short chapter and just do it that way. Guardians was great, but the Platinum kind of forces you into New Game Plus. Ah, that's a shame. I don't think going into New Game Plus is too bad. Especially for a nice chill game like Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, remember Marvel's Spider-Man? Like, that one asked you to do New Game Plus, but it was quite a chill New Game Plus. Demon's Souls has an awful New Game Plus, but oftentimes New Game Plus is pretty okay. Finish the Storm Plat. What's the Storm Plat? Oh, nice one, Genie. How are you liking it? How's it going? Oh, Life is Strange Before the Storm. Oh, I've played a Life is Strange. I don't remember which one it was. I don't remember what it was called. But it was it was the blue-haired girl when she was younger, and she hadn't, like, it was like a prequel. I can't remember which one that was called though. Oh, so it's not like super hard compared to the first playthrough, is it, Genie? Or? Oh, I did play Before the Storm. Oh, yeah, no, it was alright. I quite enjoyed it. Like, considering it was the only one I played, I could follow what was going on, which was good. I remember finding the main character very miserable. I was like, I know that you're a teenager, but we've all been teenagers before, and maybe, you know, maybe you should cheer up. But the story was really cool. I loved the blonde girl that she goes on like a little date with. They're adorable. And I think afterwards I was like, God, that girl was so cute. And to my friend was like, oh, yeah, really bad things happened to them. And I was like, okay. Oh, that makes me sad, but okay. But no, yeah, I heard it's a fantastic game. I've always wanted to try it. Maybe if we do a stream marathon sometime, I'll give it a go. But no, I think it's a pretty solid 100%. Yeah, since I had my weapons maxed out, I killed the first boss with 3 hits. That's the classic Dark Souls New Game Plus experience. To be fair, like New Game Plus in Demon Souls was absolutely rock solid. It was awful. But Dark Souls 1 and beyond, like, the balancing for New Game Plus is so whack. Like, you get to the Northern Asylum Demon on Dark Souls New Game Plus 1 and you kill it in, like, a couple hits. But I remember on Demon Souls, it's absolutely, like, clawing for it the whole time. It's so strange. Like, Demon Souls was so hard in New Game Plus. And then after that, they were like, let's make it easy in New Game Plus. It was really strange. Is True Colors the one with the 2 brothers, or is that a different one? That's 2, okay. Oh, Alex. Okay. Yeah, I have a very approximate knowledge of Life is Strange, but I've heard it's really good. I'm not normally the biggest fan of like that kind of format, because I hated The Wolf Among Us, but I remember I really liked Before the Storm. I thought it was really good. It's the best one. That's the most recent one, isn't it? I've heard really good things about True Colors. I think it got like really good reviews. Yeah, yeah. No, that's brilliant. What are you gonna plat next, Izzy? What's next on the list? God, there's so many of these. Fuck. Still working on rank 50 Battlefield 2, but I work. Oh, Battlefield 2. How has that been? Is that I can't remember which one that's not the most recent one, is it? Like, oh yeah, that's not 2042, is it? Or is that a different one? Because does Battlefield 2 have online trophies, or is it chill? Oh, Battlefront 2. Alright, that makes sense. Yeah, and I haven't pre-ordered the Lego Star Wars thing, and I don't think I will. But I loved that game when I was a kid. I played the shit out of Lego Star Wars. It was weirdly hard, I remember. Like, I mean, I was a kid, but I remember finding it actually quite difficult. Painfully slow grind. How many hours would you say have you put in for it? The Carbonite Edition! Oh, that's so sweet. Did you get anything special with it besides just the game? Like, did you get, like, posters and stuff? Or like an art book? Lego Star Wars is such a good game. Come on. Is this some kind of glitch? Or is this just padding? Hilarious padding. I think it's padding. Yeah, I'm in a similar boat. Like, it wasn't my first ever game, but it was one of the only games me and my brother played together. Not because we didn't play games together, but because, like, I just don't remember there being that many couch co-op games. But no, it's very special to me as well.
Starting to lose my connection now. Doom cycle, sir. I won't be able to...
Food. Let's go. Extra Lego figures and all the DLC. Oh, that's cool. So it's like a built-in season pass. Right, I can't remember how to kill the Dark Lord. So, you know, we'll see. But I do remember that he's got lifesteal, so if he hits me, I will be furious. The Lego games don't have online co-op. That's very annoying. Egghead! Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga apparently defined as action-adventure. Every game that defies categorization is called action-adventure. It's absurd. And also, hey Egghead, how you doing? He's got a lot of health. I think if you hit him when, like, you're not supposed to as well, he can take the health back. And more. He's at full health again. Oh, I'm gonna shit the bed. Yeah, the categorizations baffle me too, Egghead. I find this guy so hard to kill. He's awful. If he hits me once now, like, he'll get his full health back easy. I hate this boss. I just didn't want to risk, potentially have it, like, coming out of the animation of the chainsaw and having him, like, hurt me. Right. Also, sorry chat, but I have to pretend you're not here now. Oh no! Oh, fuck off. Right. That's a lot of progress lost because I mistook what he was doing. I suppose with action adventure, it's just like there's so many different games that are action adventure. Like Dark Souls is an action adventure. I suppose it's not that I'd say that it's not an action adventure. I'd say that the categorization is quite broad. So maybe like space action adventure. It's not like a kids game, but it's like you say film tie-in or something, action adventure, or like light action, space adventure, you know, that kind of thing. I don't think that it's not an action adventure, but I think that the term is so broad that it applies to like everything. Last of Us 2 is an action adventure. Yeah, like sci-fi. Because it's like, it's one of those games where you kill enemies in one hit, isn't it? Because you've got the little lightsaber. So it's like, the action is light. It's very adventure heavy. So whenever you kill one of those dogs, it gives you half of a Daedalus hammer. So I very much assume now that the game is trying to tell me to use that hammer a lot. Come on, attack me more. I mean, I say that, but in his second phase, he's awful, so... I mean, in all of his phases, he's awful, so... Come on, bud. Yeah, they did really slow down the pace of this guy. I remember, I don't know if he just picks up more moves the more phases you go through with him, but I remember I was just constantly having to dodge, and he'd summon in, like, tons of other demons. No, 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 no! Oh. Okay, right, that's one of his 4 health bars done. But I think he gets more aggressive now, so it might actually be fun. Yeah, there we go. I need to... Okay, that's done quite a lot of his health. Ow! Never mind. He's got most of that back. That's fine.
Majestic!
What's up, fuckers and fuckets?
Hey!
Less than 3.
Less than 3 to you too, Boshy. How you doing? You've caught me in the middle of like a 20-minute boss fight. Oh, you did good. We're trying to tempt out the right attack from this guy. There we go. Yeah, hell yeah. Definitely just a few minutes left. To be fair, I'm getting the hang of it a bit now. He's just long. hate that attack, by the way. I think he starts to use that loads, like the more you play, and it's got a very, very tight margin for dodge. Like, it's got a stupid margin for dodge. Yes! Oh, you know I will mess up in the last couple of minutes, it's my job. Luckily, the thing with Doom is that if you die, you don't restart from the beginning. You just lose a life. I've got 12. So, as long as we don't royally mess up, we should be okay. Oh, that was close. Come on, buddy. Oh, that still hit me? I'm sorry, but he proper stepped forward at that. Okay, okay, okay. That still counted? Your hitboxes are nebulous. I don't say that to everybody either. I think he's got a little AoE he must do when he's behind you, but even so. I guess you gotta use the full 2 dashes to get away from him. Please do the attack that please do the one attack that I need you to do. The online servers are down. Wait, which team is this? Oh, thank God. Right. Really? I was thinking about doing that. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, he's got 2 more health bars. I think I'm just supposed to ignore all these. Have you played Returnal yet? I haven't, no. I don't own it. I think we need to focus on him. Oh my God, I feel so bad for you. I would have hidden that off my list. Like for me, if a trophy is unobtainable, I just hide it. I just go into my privacy settings and I yeet it. I'm like, nope, not my fault. So, I think that he's just going to keep shitting out little ads until we do damage to him. I'm not sure. Please. Yeah, like, you can remove 0% games, and you can't remove 1% games, and I'm like, I get it, but also, oh, fuck off. Like, I get it, you know, you don't want people to get hacked and have their stuff taken away from them, but nobody's gonna worry about a 1% one. I actually cannot get a single hit on this guy at all. Can you do anything to him when he's doing that attack? It looks like you can counter it, but I'm not sure how. Well, the thing is with PSN profiles is that it uses your publicly available data. So if you hide every game on your list, it doesn't show. So I think it's okay. Because if it can only see what is public, which is why you have to make your trophies public for it. So it shouldn't be able to see if you have a private list, because it shouldn't have access to it. But I think on the PS5, the whole like privacy thing is really weird. Because I've hidden stuff on my PS5 list and it's still been visible, but if I crack open my PS4 and hide stuff off that list, it still works. Yeah, yeah, 0% ones are deleted, that's a good point. But when for example, when I hid Nier Automata, I don't think it showed. But that was at like 30% when I hid it, I think. Something like that. Yeah, I think, because PSN Profiles doesn't actually, like, go into your account. It doesn't have, access to anything in your account. It's literally just, like, a repository that takes data that's publicly available. It's not, like, affiliated with Sony. I'm gonna die again. Like, this is wild. I wonder if he's summoning these things and then being like, God, why does he keep healing? Okay, right. If we manage to do one more of these, we should be good. And then we start the final phase. Luckily that pain elemental one just goes. Like, if you hit it with a ballista, it's like, right, I'm out. Thanks for your time. No! Oh, thank God. Right, we should have one more now. We should. But yeah, I think PS5 is a bit funny with data, because I swear I for some reason I couldn't delete my because I tried to do Spiritfarer, but I still have it at 0%, so I swear I deleted it, but it definitely still shows on my PSP. So, God knows, really. Just collectively, God knows. Stop using your dog on me. He's like, oh yeah, why does the Doom guy keep getting Daedalus hammer upgrades? Is it because my dogs dropped them? No, it can't be. You're the one who's always left, aren't you? God. Come on, come on. Let's get some more help. I am indeed, yeah. So when I first started streaming, I did it through a work laptop. But after a while I saved up for a actual PC. So I built one, so it's not like a particular PC, it's just whatever stuff I thought I should put in it at the time. But yeah, no, I stream with a capture card. But no, I used to stream through like my old work laptop, which was like this little Mac. I do not know how it managed it, but somehow it did. Please use an attack that I can actually do something with. Come on, buddy. Oh, no, he didn't. Oh, yeah. No, I know some streaming software is quite demanding, but some of it is fairly lightweight. Like, I used to use one called, Game Capture HD, and it was by the people who make Elgato, and it's like it's not brilliant, but it does exactly what it's supposed to. Like, it was a bit limited in the features that it could use, but it was the only one that streamed at even a passable frame rate, so I just stuck with it, and it was really good. Oh, I love cartoon. Oh. See, this is why I wanted to stun him. Oh, this is why I wanted to stun him, to use like an ammo chimp, but he uses the stunnable moves so infrequently in this fight. That one seems like you should be able to do something with it though, and I don't know. I missed! Oh, fuck off. He's hit me again. Well, maybe if we just keep, running him around, he'll eventually die of boredom. Let's go for this. I shot. I actually shot. Oh, I'm so annoyed. Courage, Willow. Stay asleep. Stay awake, Willow. Taking damage again. Oh, this fight is such a tilter. He's got health again. Well, we've still got 5 lives left, but... let's take this back. Yeah, PlayStation streaming, I hated it. Like, you can't have overlays, you can't have chat. Because obviously, like, if you upload your VODs, you then have to... I'm joking. If you upload your VODs, you then have to, like, people then can't see what anybody was talking about, which is a shame! Oh, she's dead. Come here. Do an attack that I... Do the one attack that I can counter. Come on, buddy. He said no. It does, and like, no offense to PlayStation's streaming capabilities, but it's not a very cute, streaming, like, app overlay either. Like, you can get pre-made ones on Slob, so I do not understand why, I do not understand why PlayStation couldn't have, like, pre-made overlays. Okay, we've got 8 lives left. This is not good at all. He's at full health again? What happened? Ammo. Please don't hurt me while I'm doing this. I'm doing it. Come on, come on. I don't have enough Daedalus hammer stuff to do it. Oh. Oh. Watch out, Satan. I am going to make a top 10 worst boss fights ever. Low on ammo. Okay, right, we got this, we got this. We don't have this, use the attack, use it. I didn't use it. No. Oh, my God. No, no, no. Do it. No, he was changing weapon. God, my wits end. I didn't know my wits had an end, but they're here. Let's get right in his face. Oh. No, no, he's got all his health back. Oh, stop it. Oh my God, he's got all his health back. Oh, this is the worst boss fight in the world. Bethesda, how could you have gone so wrong? Oh, we got all his health back in like 3 hits. Oh. Oh. Although you do make a good point, Egghead. Satan probably would cheat. Bethesda are like, let's make a fast-paced action game. It's all about run and gun. Let's make the final boss fight an absolute, like, thorn in your arsehole. He can only be countered during one single attack, and that attack happens once at least every 2 minutes. If he hits you once with anything, he gets his health back. Also, it's literally Satan. Oh, this boss fight broke me last time, and coming into it, I couldn't remember why. I was like, yeah, I quite like that fight. What do I dislike about it? I've remembered. Oh, that was lucky. That was close. See, that was so late that he didn't have the stars above his head. Okay, so we've got a hammer upgrade back. We've got the hammer. Alright, do it, please. No, not that one! Oh, no, it's okay. Okay, back up here. Oh. Oh. I'm not even watching your cutscene. Get out. You can't find... My current boss fight is trying to move a very heavy wooden double bed. I'll help. I'll help. My God. God, put that DLC in the bin. Thank you all. I appreciate that. But that did break me. That did break me. Just like when you finally get him down to like low enough health, and he hits you 3 times and he's got all his health back, and you've been fighting him for 25 minutes. And you know that if you stop focusing for even a second, he'll probably hit you and get all his health back. Oh my God. Nah, it's not worth my time, Irish. We got one more trophy to get. So we need to carry on the game until we get the Famine cheat code, Doom Eternal. The Famine cheat code is in the next chapter. Okay, so when we get there... Right. Oh, no. That's why I started YouTube, Irish. I was like, I can't be derailing... I can't be derailing just to explain why I'm furious. Right, come on, Sam. Let's go. Okay, so I think we go to, like, the Necroval place? I don't know what it's called. We don't need anything here except one cheat code. I mean, in Far Cry 3, I just didn't like it. I think if I'd played it when it had come out, I probably would have loved it. But I absolutely couldn't stand it. It made me really angry. A lot of the ways the animations worked made me furious. Like, I remember you could cancel animations, but cancelling animations, even right at the end of them, would cause the entire effect of them to cancel. Like, I remember that I would be healing, but I'd also be needing to move, so I'd heal, but I'd start to, like, tap aim to, like, get ready to shoot, and it would complete, even if it was in the final frame of the healing animation, it would cancel the animation and all of the healing done. Same for stuff like reloading. I could have the magazine in the gun, and I would press something else, and it would cancel the entire reload. And I remember it just wound me up so much. I remember that in that game you can't really move for being attacked either. I know, like, in all the Far Cry games, there are, like, roaming enemies that attack you. But I remember I couldn't move an inch. I was just getting harassed. I'm finding the cheat now, bitch. I just need to be sneaky. I would be walking around in the overworld and they'd just pull up on me. They'd already be aggro. It'd be off. I'd be so annoyed. I hated that game. And there was a bunch of other stuff, but I remember that I basically finished it, and I was so angry with it that I ranted about it for about half an hour. I had about 50 different things that I couldn't stand about the game. I don't know what it was, because I loved 5. I think I basically just played it a little bit too late, you know? Always use the bow and stay quiet. Just don't get aggroed on, lol. No, I think, like, I do appreciate it, but I think I just played it a bit late. I was just used to games with better quality of life. I was just used to games that had grown a little bit in terms of mechanics. I don't think it was a bad game for when it came out, but by the time I came to it, I was like, this hasn't aged well, but it's in a very subtle way. Like, it was a very beautiful game, but it just hadn't aged well. Like, I wouldn't be fighting anybody. I would just be walking. I wouldn't be walking down a main road. I'd just have a van of enemies pull up. And, like, it wasn't, what's the word? It just wasn't deal-withable. It was just stupid. Couldn't stand it. I was like, this is probably the worst first-person shooter I've played in my life. And like I said, I don't think it was because it's a bad shooter. I think it's because I played it after I'd played better games. So when I came back to it, I was like, this is dog shit. But like I said, like, Far Cry 5 was a huge improvement on that, and I played Far Cry 5 afterwards, and even Far Cry 6, which I didn't really enjoy, thought it was boring. I thought the gunplay was 10 times better than 3, so I do think it's improved. PLAT the remastering and do the PS2 one, I like the game enough to do it, but it's kind of like I really love the Elder Scrolls Oblivion, but it is a game that has aged terribly, and everybody I introduce it to nowadays hates it. And I just think it was one of those where it was like, you play it at the time and you like it, or you don't, and you don't like it, you know? I just think it was one of those kind of games. I think there's a lot of games like that on, like, the old systems where quality of life has just moved on. And you get accustomed to things. Far Cry 2, I wouldn't dare, Dave, I've seen those trophies. They do re-release the same game. Like, I'm not a fan of Far Cry as a series. I'm not a fan of Assassin's Creed as a series. But you do see them improve it as it goes. I'm not saying they improve the story or the characters or the premise, but you know, they learn better ways to make gunplay fluid. They learn... They experiment with different ways of leveling up. Like, the games aren't necessarily good, but they do take steps forward with design. I found that the user experience for 5 was just miles ahead of the user experience for 3. And the user experience for 6 is miles ahead of the user experience for 5, but the user experience for 6 was from more of an accessibility standpoint. They made it much more playable for like visually impaired players and stuff. So obviously like it didn't really affect me, but I could see that they improve every time, but the story just doesn't improve every time, you know? But no, Ubisoft don't really innovate on the story. And they usually have some really good like premises. Like they'll raise a concept for a story, and it's got like some really good ideas. Like Far Cry 5, I think had Far Cry 5 I think had like amazing ideas. Like it was basically like a microcosm of the worst stereotypes of America. So you had like the religious fanatics, you had like the militaristic fanatics, you had wealth gap, inequality, poverty, really cool ideas. And I was like, if you explore this, because obviously like they always say that they don't make political games, but I'm like, this is a huge reflection of some of the worst issues like in the first world. But then they don't do anything with it at all, and I'm like, I can see that you've obviously done this. Like, it's impossible to write a story like that and it not be political. And I was like, I feel like they wimp out from making anything like divisive, but at the same time they want to, like for example, Far Cry 6 being in like basically Cuba, and it's like, why have you picked this setting if you don't want to like talk about the setting, you know? But oh no, this isn't Russia. This is Volodstykov, and it's led by Vladimir Putin. And I'm just so why do you wimp away from making stories when you're obviously like already kind of making them? It was my mate that wanted to kill my enemies, but instead blew me up. Ah, that's the classic Far Cry co-op experience, Genie. You've been living the life and not even realizing it. Oh yeah, I heard Odyssey was pretty good. I think I'm in the lava. I am. My brother got me Odyssey for my birthday, but I've not played it yet. And when I say my birthday, I mean like 4 years ago. Oops. Oh, NPC companion. Oh damn. My condolences, Genie. Yeah, for example, my brother loved Odyssey, but he hated Valhalla. And I finished Valhalla, and I can kind of see why. Like, the map is just too big. I think Ubisoft have recently been bragging that their next Valhalla game will have, like, a map the size of the Elder Scrolls Daggerfall, and the Elder Scrolls Daggerfall had a map, like, the size of Australia, but it was a shit map. And I'm just like, nobody wants this. Why are you doing this? Oh, Genie, you get the worst luck, don't you? Yeah, I think so too. Like, you can clearly see that they want to kind of go into mythology, and I'm like, games about mythology are awesome. The stuff you did, the stuff they did in you know, like Niflheim and stuff like that, and Valhalla. Like, those places were really cool to visit. That was really fun. I would gladly do that again. But no, they're just, oh yeah, you gotta be an assassin. I'm like, is a Viking an assassin? Like, they just kill everybody, you know, like, just, do they just accidentally kill the right people? Like, how does that work? I think Odyssey looks cool, and I think Origins looks really cool as well. I want to play both of those. But yeah, it's just, like, Valhalla was fine, like, I didn't hate it, but I also didn't like it. I was just like, this is just a long game that doesn't really do anything fun. Like, I would put it on while I was watching a film, it would give me something to do with my hands, you know, it was just one of those kind of things, and I was just like, if they leaned more into the mythology, which I feel like they really want to do, it could be such a good game. I was like, I can see you guys are desperate. Like, as the DLCs go on, they just get more and more mythological. The Ragnarok DLC, I'm like, just do it. I know you want to like take the step. Just go for it. Nobody minds. It would be cooler, I think, actually. Especially because like Ubisoft have the team and the resources to make like a proper, well-researched open world game based on mythology as well. Yeah, no Archville's in my house. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like, every time I was playing Valhalla, I was asked if I played the originals. And a part of me wanted to ask, like, is it really that important if I have? Like, they don't seem to be similar at all. No, and also, I think also, having them compared to the originals seems like a detriment to the new games as well. Because, like, if you compare the fun of Assassin's Creed to Valhalla, like, they're not the same, and so people are going to see Valhalla worse. But if Valhalla was like its own game, people probably wouldn't see it that badly. Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, let's just put the Assassin's Creed title on this, and everybody will buy it. And it's like, no, I don't think so. Where is this Famine cheat code? I think we're right near it, I think. Yes. I think so, anyway. I think it's up there. So there's an extra life down there. Let me just have a little look. So when you're facing the thing that looks like a weird slider, it's up here? Yeah, I thought Unity seemed really cool. That was the one where you do like 4-person assassinations, wasn't it? Can we get double playback speed, please? This person is very slow. It's below here? Okay, right, there we go. Good afternoon, Shy. How are you doing? And I have had a wonderful day full of coffee. I might have another one soon. Had a co-op. I hated multiplayer trophies and still haven't got the PLAT because I have to open every chest. Wow, that seems like it could be a potentially very buggy trophy as well. That's a bit of an ambitious one, I think. Like, it's always really fiddly little trophies like that bug. I think we go up here. Yeah. Yeah, I think especially, like, they have really leaned into making it something that is, like, actually kind of about learning, and it's not awful, you know? So it's cool when you learn about all the different afterlives and stuff. Is Syndicate the one that was based in London? With Evie and the other one? The man. Can't remember his name. Wait, how did Minecraft help? I guess Minecraft does get more and more developed as time goes on, doesn't it? Damn. The person that I was watching did actually manage to grab that, and I'm not quite sure how. Geology is... yes, geology is rocks, but like... What about the rocks, you know? Like, what did Minecraft help you with? Jack the Ripper DLC, that's cool. Did you actually meet Jack the Ripper, or was it more just like following a Ripper? Or somebody you thought was Jack the Ripper? Oh, that's cool. Alright, that is cool, yeah. I was thinking, I was like, would it be stuff that appeared in, like, different, you know, like, biomes? Would you be like, oh, well, this rock's in the desert? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, cool. So we got the Famine cheat code. So now I assume we've probably just got to finish. We've probably just got to finish the level, and then we can go into mission select. That's awesome. You know, I saw a really cool theory about the fact that Jack the Ripper might have been a woman using a man's name to like keep the scent off them. Because I think Jack the Ripper, like being a midwife would have given the killer like access to all of these women that they killed. But obviously, like, they're just like, oh, yeah, I'm just a guy. So those people were looking for somebody called, not Jack, but you know what I mean, like, they're just looking for a bloke. I don't know how believable it is, like, with all clues and context, but I was like, it would be pretty cool to just be, oh yeah, I'm a dude, and then just, like, not be a dude, but everybody spends, like, 200 years looking for a dude. Alright. I think... I wanted to do a Jack the Ripper tour when I lived there and I couldn't find anybody to go with me. I was like, I really want to do a Jack the Ripper tour, and people were like, nah. I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Yeah, same. I love all that kind of stuff. Ah, we might as well just spunk the BFG. Like, who cares? What are you gonna do? Call the police? Oh, thank you, Izzy. Are you local to London then? Oh, wow. Oh, that's cool. Oh. Yeah, I moved pretty far away. I used to live in London. I didn't really like living in London at all. It's too busy, and it's too expensive, but back when I lived there, I'd love to go. Yeah, it's like... It is weird. I do really like the idea of it. I do not know how true it is, but just the fact that somebody could have fooled people for like several centuries. Just like, yeah, I'm a man. And they're like, well, he says he's a man, so he's a man. I was like, that's pretty clever. I went... west. I went west. I'm in Wiltshire now. I used to live in I lived in London for a few years because, like, I finished uni and I wanted to do... Like, it was the place that you go to that has all the jobs, but it's also the place that's got all the enormous wage inequality. So I remember flats were like awful one-bed, horrible flats were like £1,400 a month, and I was like, this is no way to live. Leatherface! The worst Dead by Daylight killer. Okay, so now we go to mission select. We are going to do this. Oh no! Oh, I thought it would give me an option to choose cheat codes there. I have to leave again. So this is actually like weirdly hard. So you know. Oh, I haven't seen the Texas Chainsaw films. I heard the most recent one was terrible. But playing Dead by Daylight, Bobby killers are awful. Hate them. Right, Famine Mode, Sentinel Prime. We have to try and live. Yeah, I watched. Well, I just think I came out. I think I was born a bit late to find them scary or interesting. I think stuff like Scream, Halloween, I've seen those, and it's like, I think they just kind of prey on the idea of stranger danger. You know, it was like the advent of things like the telephone and the internet, and these like tiny little sleepy villages were starting to become bigger and have strangers in, and you would go out and you wouldn't necessarily know everybody that lived near you. And I think with that, like, people started to become really scared of like strangers, and so obviously Ghostface ringing you on the phone before coming in and stabbing you to death, Michael Myers being like some serial killer kid that like murdered his sister and stuff. Like, that kind of stuff was scary back then, I suppose, but it's just not really. I feel like people nowadays, with like being super self-conscious and the advent of like social media and stuff, it's like body horror, like the idea of being disgusting to yourself and everybody else is kind of prevalent. We had like Alien and things after we went to the moon. You're insulting all my favourite horrors, I apologise. But your fear of home invasion. Yeah, I guess also stuff like The Purge and is it called The Strangers also do stuff like that. But I don't know. Like, since mobile phones came out, I suppose the fear of home invasion has lessened a bit. It's just enjoyable. Yeah, I suppose. I guess sometimes it's good to see just like pure cringe on screen, right? It's just nice. Okay, so I don't think we can heal. So we gotta try and stay on top of it. Ow! So when you blink... Yeah. I think there's still room for it. Also, I think, like, 80s horror really pushed the weird, like, every villain has a disfigured face thing, and... people are a little bit more used to seeing, like, disfigurements and stuff nowadays, so they don't see somebody with a burnt face and think that they're Freddy Krueger. It was really weird how much, like, villains in film were just disfigured people. Like Michael Myers, Darth Vader, Freddy Krueger. They were like, yeah, he's evil, look at his face. And it's like, that's a human bit, how dare you? Do you think so? The horror genre has been around for a long time, I suppose, because I think that horror has always reflected the fear of, like, the general populace. Like, obviously, Dracula is a nobleman living on top of a castle next to a tiny village, and he comes down and literally, like, sucks the life out of them at night without their consent or knowledge. And I think that was kind of a thing at the time when people were scared of... It was like feudal systems, and people were just tired of being taxed, and they were scared of losing everything to, like, one particularly greedy nobleman. But, like, nowadays, Dracula isn't scary at all. And see you soon, Betty. I think horror has always kind of evolved alongside people's concerns. Like, after we went to the moon and stuff, people were worried about, like, fears of the unknown. And then stuff like Alien became a thing people were scared of. I guess the good thing about Texas Chainsaw is that it kind of shows, like, because Bubba is basically just a dude, which is cool. And he's got his family, and he doesn't want his family to get taken away from him, so he kills people. And it's kind of one of those very simple situations where you've run into somebody whose priorities are higher than you, and they mean that, like, it's like, nothing personal, kid, but you have to die, you know, for my family. And I think that's really interesting. Ow. Enemies aren't dropping stuff. Oh wait, we got 20 lives. Oh, this is useful. I think that kind of, like, impersonal horror is really compelling for people. The idea that, like, he can't be reasoned with because he doesn't care in a way, but he does care, but he might even feel a bit bad about it, but I mean, he probably doesn't. Yeah, like, he's not... Yeah, exactly. It's like a moral greyness, isn't it? It's like, it is literally nothing personal, and, like, he might feel bad, but it's literally just his, like, priority. Like, he just wants to eat, you know, and he doesn't want his family to get taken away from him by the authorities if people find out what they've been doing. Like, he's just a dude. Like, instead of having, like, a cackling villain, he's, like, a really troubled, scared, almost, like, little boy. That one's kind of cool. I've seen him. I've got a few other things in mind for that, and all of a sudden I've forgotten them, but I've seen a few things like that, and I do find those quite scary. Yeah. Yeah, it's like somebody that you can understand, but you know that he'd kill you if he saw you. In his house, of course. We should get the trophy and the plant for this. We should. We should. Yeah, it becomes like gore porn after a while, doesn't it? Like when they miss the point, they make it gore porn. That's always how it goes. I think it's it. Ta-da! Thank you. 100% Doom Eternal. Wow. Enigma, how you doing? You've arrived just in time for the stream to end. How are you feeling? Thank you. Let's go! Yes, there we go. Beautiful. Sounds about right. I hope you're good. I hope you're doing well, Enigma. Okay, yeah. Not bad for a slightly hungover stream. I'm going to be streaming again on Tuesday, Thursday, and I think either Saturday or Sunday I'm going to do Assassin's Creed Valhalla DLC in one stream. So I will still stream this week, but I will not stream anymore today because I need a nap and a coffee and maybe an ice bath. But thanks for coming. Oh, Enigma, no! Oh. If you enjoyed the stream, please give me a follow. We're doing an Outlast weekend later this month where we get every trophy for Outlast in like 2 days. Oh, no worries. Is he enjoy Lego Star Wars? Thanks everybody for coming. It was good. Weasel. Oh no, Weasel. Thanks everybody for coming. It was a pleasure to see you all. I'm so sorry for anybody who's just joined. Yeah. Oh, I have a brilliant week, everybody. I'll see you. Bye.